Good morning, YouTube. Louie here with the best silver gold deals of Saturday, February 1st, 2025. Before we get rolling, I just want to show you the bars that are available right now to channel members. Here we go. All right, these bars are Drone Worry, Be Happy. Politically incorrect bars, limited run of 99, available to channel members at $2.50 over spot plus $5 shipping. And the first five will be toned, and after that they are not toned. So go ahead and put in the comments, buy it now if one of you channel members would like one of these. Okay, guys? And we'll keep making these as long as you want them. You can get up to 5 ounces each month at that price. And if you need an extra ounce, I can pour that for you as well. I hope you enjoy the bars. And thank you to my collaborator on these bars. We imagined it, we designed it, we had the stamps made, and it's going to be a fun little series here. So if you think there's something fishy going on with the drone story, even now, even still, then you may want one of these bars. Okay, guys, thanks for watching. All right, and now on to the news and the deals for Saturday. Tariff Day. Okay, tariffs are in effect, theoretically, on silver and gold, but we'll talk more about that. Something's fishy with this story. We have gold closed the day not on its high, actually more towards its low, closed at about 2,800, and silver closed down 34 cents to 31.28. There were higher numbers in the beginning of the day, and then surprisingly, after Trump verified that tariffs will apply and will go into effect on Saturday, today, the metals dropped off. Now that could have something to do with the dollar strengthening upon that news, or it could be something completely different. Let's just go through the rundown real quickly here. We had the GSR pop back up as gold was strong and silver ended the day weaker, although not giving up the gains it made the previous day, only some of the gains. GSR closed out at 89.17. The 10-year yield rose 3 basis points to 4.54, and this happened primarily after Trump confirmed the tariffs on Mexico and Canada of 25%. But remember, tariffs often have exemptions, okay? And there's been no talk of exemptions, but those exemptions could be evident here shortly. The U.S. dollar also strengthened on the day, up to 108.5, again on the tariff story. Copper prices, which are actually a strategic metal, also closed curiously low at 4.27. They may have been higher at the beginning of the day, but off 3.5 cents. So copper would also be part of the tariffs, theoretically, and copper did not participate in the rally. All right, the Fear Greed Index is at 46 in the neutral category, and Bitcoin also closed down as the markets took a sell-off towards the end of the day, and Bitcoin closed at, or is currently trading at 101,962. All right, so yeah, talking about the tariffs. So the question I would have for you is, if the tariffs are in effect at the moment pertaining to gold and silver, I've got a couple of big questions about that. One, there could still be exemptions. Two, if you were a country that you were about to export, let's say silver, into the United States, and that export carried with it a 25% tax, all right, what would you do? Well, A, you could raise your price some amount, 25% or something less than that, or B, which obviously nobody would buy your metals because they can still be obtained in the United States at that price without the 25% increase, or you could choose not to sell. So what's happening here, I think, is for the moment there will be, in my opinion, there will be no imports of metals from Mexico or China, Mexico or Canada. That would pertain to the Maple Leaves and the Libertads, and well, the Royal Canadian Mint makes a whole lot of silver. They also mine a whole lot of silver. But clearly, if they're going to be sending that to the United States, and a tariff is imposed, and I'm still dubious that these tariffs will apply to gold and silver, you just wouldn't sell it here. You would sell it somewhere else. You would send it over to China. You would send it to the Middle East. I don't know what countries, are not imposing tariffs, probably very few. But it would just lock down the inventories for some time until this gets straightened out. And here's the other thing I would say to you. If this tariff story is real, and if you think that metals may open Sunday night 25% higher, I would have to ask you, here's a Canadian maple leaf. All right, if you were a bullion dealer and you knew that tariffs were going to go into effect today, and you thought that silver was going to be a lot more expensive Sunday night, for example, when the markets open, why would you be selling your Canadian maple leaves for 33.55? Why wouldn't you be selling them for $40? So something is misleading about this story. Something causes me to want to wait and see what happens Sunday night, Monday morning, and I'm just very dubious that this tariff story is actually going to raise prices. It is very possibly going to do the exact opposite, and we could even be lower on Monday morning. So I know bullion dealers, when something like the silver squeeze happened, the first thing they did was go out of stock on items that, well, actually on most popular items. And they're not doing that. So, I don't think this tariff story is going to have an immediate upward effect on metals. And a lot of other big channels that understand the plumbing of the system say there's something else going on here, perhaps a reset for gold, a new Bretton Woods agreement. So no doubt that the draining of the LBMA appears to be real. However, there could be something entirely different going on here, and no country in their right mind would take a 25% haircut on gold and silver just to sell it in the United States. So this possibly won't happen, these tariffs on metals, because why would the U.S. want to bifurcate the gold and silver market and send people off to other exchanges? So possibly metals will be exempted, and I don't think it'd be in the best interest of the government to allow tariffs on metals. So they could be exempted, or it could be delayed, or we may just stop importing from other countries and explore our own domestic sources. So I would just caution you to be very circumspect on whether or not you are buying today. Of course, I always like buying good products at good prices, and I think silver close to 30 is a screaming deal. If it gets a 29 handle, even more so, as it had the other day when I told you guys I was buying. But I want to see this play out. Okay, that's what I have to say about that. Let's go back and do the normal routine. We'll go a little faster today. Let's do a 1 gram gold out of assay. That is 102.75 over at Summit Metals. I heard that there was 1 gram at spot over, I think, at bullion exchanges, but I could not find it. All right, let's move on to a 1/10 gold maple. That is 311 at Summit Metals. Let's move on to a 1/4 ounce gold eagle. That is 748 at Summit Metals. Notice that gold is not being upcharged as well. A $5 commemorative is 694 at SD Bullion. And I don't want to talk you out of buying if that's what you're doing today, but just question your motivation. A 1/2 ounce gold eagle is 1445 at Summit Metals. These are all BU coins unless I say otherwise. 1 ounce gold eagle today is 2853 at bullion exchanges. Moving on to a 1 ounce Krugerrand, that is 2813 at bullion exchanges. A panda is also at spot. I also heard that the 50 peso was at spot at, I think, Bullion exchanges. Again, I don't believe I could find that this morning. This is 34.15 at SD Bullion. If you want a 1-ounce gold bar in assay, 28.45 at Monument Metals. Moving on to a Platinum Eagle. Platinum catching a bid lately. 1,181 for this collector coin. Random platinum coins are 1,076 at SD Bullion. Silver Eagles can be had at Bullion exchanges for 34.55, and that is about $3 over spot. Actually about $2.90 over spot. In a quantity of 20, they get 15 cents cheaper. Over at Costco, they are about $35, about $34 out the door with a good credit card. My green light is on, but I am keeping my wits about me here. And you know, I don't know. I don't know. We'll just have to see what happens Monday morning. You're going to see a lot of videos, but I'm really skeptical that this is going to skyrocket the price of gold and silver. Of course, they are in a natural uptrend, and gold is hitting new highs and could easily go to 3,000. And silver could be, you could blink and it could be at 35, 37, 40. That could happen, but I'm not sure the tariffs are the reason for that, unless that's creating FOMO in the market. And these big boys that move these metals around, they don't FOMO. What they do is they take opportunities when they present themselves. So anyway, I'm going to wait and see. We can get a silver kangaroo for 34.08 at Hero, a Britannia for 33.17 at Summit Metals. Krugerrand is 33.98 at Monument Metals, and the Philharmonic, which has been a great deal on eBay lately, 33.75 at Summit Metals. Let's keep going. And on Costco, they've raised their prices. This one here, the 27.89, which I was recommending purchasing yesterday, is out of stock now. Now you'll have to pay $28.29 for a gold bar, $29.39 for that gold buffalo, and $6.89 for a 20 count of Lady Liberty bars. These are gorgeous, gorgeous bars if you haven't seen those in person. And a 100-gram bar, which I would never recommend you buy, And on Costco, you want to check out with your executive, you want to have an executive club membership, check out with the 2% rebate credit card to get your 4% off. That's it for Costco. Junk in the trunk this morning is under 24 per ounce, 4 dimes. Looks like you're going to get Rosies and Mercs from AppMex there. And in a larger lot, which could get some older heavily circulated coins, 23.05 times face at Bullion exchanges. We'll check those prices on eBay as well. 20 silver buffaloes over at Pinehurst, 32.10, and that puts that about 60 cents over spot for 1-ounce buffaloes. You can melt those up and make your own bars. A kilo, 1,045, a little cheaper than yesterday morning. Okay, let's get on to eBay and see what we can pick up some cull eagles for. And by the way, if there was a tariff imposed, would that apply to eBay if you're buying things from Canada or from the coin shop in Canada? I don't know. Inquiring minds want to know. All right, you can get your cull eagles for, whoa, that is expensive. A little under 35 per coin. What is going on with eagles here? Eagles are about 35 an eagle, about 34 out the door. All the good eagle deals are gone. How about in a 100 coin lot, 34.77 from AppMex for BU Eagles, about 33.77 out the door, putting you a couple bucks over spot if you want to pick up that deal, just in case you want to protect yourself. Of course, there are people that have been stacking who are watching right now, and people who are halfway through their journey of stacking who are trying to decide what to do, and people with no metals at all. If you're in the category of no metals at all, well, just go ahead and pick up this AppMex deal, and you'll have metals, and you'll have eagles, and they are one of the best silver coins in the world within the United States. So you could do that, all right? But most people have already got a good-sized stack put together, and they're going to be watching here. Okay, here's a maple. Well, there's no $25, 25% tariff on maples this morning. Looks like about $8.50 is the cheapest you can pick that up. Let's see, Britannia is going to be about $8.70 on eBay this morning, lowest price. Krugerrand tube of 25 is going to be, oh, this listing isn't real. Well, I don't know. He's got 842 for this gentleman who has 100% feedback for 2023, 25 Krugerrands. Anyway, so a little less than 850 if you want to give that guy a try. Otherwise, 855 for Krugerrands. If we do 850 and we do the math, 850 divided by 25 is going to be $34 times 0.97, and I recommend you use either of the two credit cards. I recommend check out through PayPal. You're going to be under 33 on Krugerrands or whatever else was the lowest. These are all interchangeable coins, really. The Maple, the Britannia, the Kangaroo, the Krugerrand, and the Philharmonic has been cheaper still lately. Philharmonics can be had for, that's not a real listing. Of course not. That's a tickler. Thank you very much, JM Bullion, for not taking that down. You're wasting our time. 35 a coin. Oh, those went up a little bit. So about 34 out the door for Philharmonics. Anyway, any of those deals, you'll be a couple bucks or less over spot. Let's check out junk in the trunk this morning on eBay. We want to get to $10 face. And you just have to look for the $10 right here. 24 times face, they look slick as hell. No, I wouldn't like those. 24.2 times face, now that's going to be about 23.8, 23.6 times face. 23.6 is going to beat the dealer deals for smaller lots, so those quarters, you can pick those up this morning, save a couple bucks if you have that 3% rebate credit card. I'm going to skip the Carson Cities and the Morgans, but a member of the community picked up a great deal on an MS64 Carson City yesterday. The auctions are definitely worth looking at. Cheapest kilo this morning is $10.65, about $10.35 out the door, very close to spot on that. Your vintage bar of the day is this Johnson Matthey Canada Old Bar. Ooh, isn't that beautiful? $3.94, not a bad price on that. Good seller, good feedback. You could add that to your collection. I wouldn't hesitate to buy that one. A kilo kook this morning is going to be $11.31. Ouch, skipped that. How about a tuba kooks? Tuba 20, one of the best coins in the world, the Kookaburra, and those are going to be about $34.50. Ooh, that's a good price. Let's see. No, $37.50. About $36.50 out the door. No, not a good price. I'm not going to pay up that much for kookaburras. How about a large lot of 1 ounce rounds? $33.32 out the door for 1 ounce rounds from Liberty Coin, and you get the Liberty round, or pick anything you want here. I like the stackables. Those are very, very cool for a couple dollars more. All right, let's look at 100 ounce bars. 100 ounce bars are going for $32.40. No, that's not real. Really? $32.46? Good seller, pretty good feedback. Oh, it's Scottsdale Mint. Look at that. Secondary circulated Scottsdale Mint stackers. Now, you know, they buy these back at Scottsdale. Their buyback prices are not terrible. I don't know if they need to be pristine to be bought back. But look at those guys there. $31.46 out the door. Right around spot for Scottsdale stackers. They'll be a little bit beat up, though. But I don't think your coin shop will mind. Anyway, peer-to-peer, people do like brand new. Ooh, look at this vintage Engelhard 100 ounce bars. Who are you? Good seller, pretty good feedback, old Engelhard bars. Oh my gosh, give me a waffle back in here? He's not showing us the back because they are not waffle backs. Well, they could be, but I don't know why he would sell a waffle back for $32.50. Look, he'll take a best offer. Oh man, offer this guy $31.50, guys. And pick up any of those. They're 100 ounce, right? 100 ounce. Pick up any of those. How many? He's only got 2. Buy them both. Great. Ooh, I like that. Let's do a little of this. Whoo. All right. Vermilion will buy those back at $1 back a spot. So here you get these at right around spot and maybe under spot if he takes your offer. And you can sell them to Vermilion for $1 back. So your buy-sell spread is virtually nothing. And you've got a collectible Engelhard poured 100-ounce bar. Oh my God, that's beautiful. Hey, it was worth doing this today. All right, I got to do the gold. Okay, I'm going to start with the big gold today. Half-ounce random gold can be had as cheap as, let's get to a real deal here. All right, let's call it $14.69. 3% off would be $45 off on that Krugerrand, half-ounce Krugerrand, getting you close to $1,400, right around melt. On that half-ounce Krugerrand. Let's go to a 1-ounce Gold Eagle. Going faster today. 1-ounce Gold Eagle, $29.21, but $90 off. It puts you at about $28.30, which would be about $30 over spot on a 1-ounce Gold Eagle from BGASC. And just make sure that's BU, okay? I want you to get a BU Eagle for your money. A Buffalo this morning, cheapest Buffalo is going to be $29.25, about $28.35 out the door, and that's not a bad way to buy a Buffalo. A Krugerrand is going to be $28.85, $90 off would put you at about $27.95 on that Krugerrand. Is that for real? Let's see. Yeah. You'll be, I believe you'll be under spot on that Krugerrand there, although I think the dealer had them at spot. A little cheaper there with your 3% rebate. I would not burn your American Express Clear Blue Cash money. You only get $6,000 a year for that coin, so if you can get it at the dealer, save that American Express card for when you really get a smoking deal on some gold. And the PayPal card, of course, is unlimited, so you could use that any day of the week. Okay, I'm just going to move through these really quickly. And here's stuff in my eBay store. If you see something you like, ask me for a friend discount. And here are the bars I pour. Channel members are also entitled to the Shamrock bar, the 5-ounce old school poured bar with the shamrock on the bottom, and you can always get one of those every month if you want your 5 ounces in a traditional old school bar, or of course that new 4-ounce bar is available as of this morning. All right, other things you may need for your stacking journey: the Amex card I recommend, the PayPal card I recommend. Picks of the day, you can go through those at your leisure, and oh man, a lot of good stuff there. The 3 coin dealers, smoking deals at all 3. So subscribe to their YouTube channels, click your bell, and check their community tab, or their latest videos for their buy-sell prices. Thank you very much for your support with subscriptions to Bolden.com if you picked this up. And if anybody has picked this up, I would really love to hear your feedback. It is something that is instrumental in planning your retirement. Even if you're 40, okay, you still got to do it. Don't do what I do and just roll the dice. Get yourself organized in terms of all your assets, not just your precious metals, and project your future and then make adjustments as necessary. Thank you for the cups of coffee very, very much. I do appreciate you guys. Oolong Bob was the last one to buy me a cup of coffee. And you can always subscribe to the channel. To the membership community. You just click this join button right here. $4.99 a month, which you'll make back buying that first bar, and you'll get access to the inner circle and unlimited access to me, and you can pick up my poured silver if you like poured silver. So feel free to join that. Welcome new members. I really appreciate it. I will do a shout out to you on the next video, and well, thank you very much for being part of the membership community, and I try to give back any way I can. All right, the other thing I like very much is the Capital One card, the Quicksilver card, 4% rebates on eBay today with the additional kicker deals and Chewy and other places. So it's a money-making card, only 1.5%. Unlimited everywhere, which is fine, but for precious metals, not the best card in the world, but for everything else, it is a fantastic card and pretty easy to get as well. Okay, I'm not going to go into the community tab this morning. I'll just show you that, things are rocking in there. Everybody's got their theories. Yeah, see what you think about this tariff story. I'm dubious I'm dubious, okay? Why haven't prices gone up? It's Saturday. Why are dealers still blowing out Canadian maples at $2 over spot? What is going on with that? Well, I suspect we don't know the whole story. And, that's what I think. If we open at $40 silver on Monday, I'll be wrong. But I got to wait and see attitude today. Okay, guys. And also following this video, I've got a triple unboxing from the Germania Mint. They loaded me up with silver and gold, and I'm going to show that to you in a minute if you'd like to see some cool products. Always great stuff from Germania. I will see you guys tomorrow. You have a wonderful day, and let me know your thoughts. I really would like to see the community figure this out, and I'm scratching my head. Bye now.